MCAT 2017 Cram, Critical Analysis and Reasoning Skills, Flashcard Set 15.1, Utilitarianism Ethics. As you view the reading of this passage, you'll notice some highlighted snippets of text. What I want you to do is garner meaning from these specific selections in order to correctly answer the two foundations of comprehension questions that follow the passage. All right, so good luck and happy reading. Paragraph 1. Utilitarianism is a philosophical concept of politics and ethics. For the utilitarian, politics and ethics are interwoven into the science of moral duty. In other words, political philosophy and ethics are inseparable. A political action is valuable only insofar as it keeps in mind the ethical good of the people with which it is concerned. Consequently, the welfare of the people in general was the supreme consideration of the utilitarian philosopher. Paragraph 2. To bring about this welfare, two courses of action must be pursued simultaneously. First, all hindrances to the betterment of the people must be removed. Second, ideas and laws which will induce the betterment of the people must be promulgated. Promulgated meaning promote or make widely known. To accomplish these two outcomes, there is needed, obviously, an adequate knowledge of human nature. This knowledge, the utilitarian, says, includes a knowledge of the motives of human action and of the idea that innate, I think they mean idea, IDEA, not ideal, that animates human beings. And in order that one may acquire this knowledge correctly, it is necessary that he seek the facts dispassionately. Dispassionately meaning not influenced by strong emotion, and scientifically through the mechanism of the senses. Superficial analysis should be discouraged. Wild flights of the imagination, discountenance. Discountenance meaning refuse to approve, and unverified assumptions discarded, for such mistaken methods produce only haphazard views of social life. Observation, experimentation, and sound generalizations are absolutely necessary to the utilitarian. Wishful thinking, random guesswork, and loose generalization must be studiously meaning marked by steady attention and effort, avoided. Utilitarian ethics, said ethicist William L. Davidson, is analytic, descriptive, and inductive. Inductive meaning inference of general laws from particular instances. Okay, so from like an observation, then you come up with some general law. Resting on ascertained facts, and its aim has reference to the right use of the facts so as to advance social progress and for the concrete purpose of improving the existing conditions of life. Ethical facts are of infinitely more importance to the utilitarian thinker than ethical theories, no matter how ideal they may be or what their source. Ideal is used correctly here in this instance. All right. Paragraph 3. At this point, the intuitional thinker takes issue with the utilitarian. For in denying the power of innate ideas, the utilitarian, by implication, has ignored the absolute, whether it be in the form of God, a principle, or an idea. I think they meant idea here, but oh well. But the utilitarian is not seriously alarmed by the seeming lack of an absolute in his philosophy, for he believes that if all the ascertainable data of life can be found, analyzed, and applied, the superstructure of truth will stand. Fourth, complete and unassailable. Unassailable meaning unable to be attacked. Know the truth, and the truth will set you free, might well be his motto. In the meantime, while the intuitional thinker elaborates webs from his inner being, the utilitarian seeks to know the nature of man, his character, his wants, his limitations, and his possibilities. Paragraph 4. The utilitarian is intellectual. Utilitarians believe, first, that pleasure and pain are the mainsprings of human action. Second, that the five senses give them a reasonably correct and complete account of the world around them. Third, that all relationships between things in the external world are comprehensible to the human mind. Fourth, that cause and effect are natural and not supernatural. And fifth, that ideas are not innate but acquired through experience and education. Utilitarianism as a mode of thinking is rational in its procedure, pragmatic in its attitude towards truth, scientific in its method, and skeptical in its consideration of conclusions. Occasionally, he mounts to sublime meaning of such excellence as to inspire awe, heights in his perceptions. At times he descends to aridity meaning barren and unproductive, and spiritual death, but at all times he keeps before himself one purpose, the scientific search of truth. A common thread in the discussion of utilitarian ethics is that the morality of one's actions, A, depends on the consequences of those actions, B, is directly determined by a rigid set of laws, C, must lead to the fulfillment of one's personal happiness, or D, can change depending on the intent behind the action. All right, so definitely press pause if you need to, and I'll give you a moment to think. If you're having difficulty answering, open up a second window to view the reading of the passage in search of the text support to select the correct answer choice. All right. Foundations of Comprehension question. You're being asked to recognize and interpret particular statements made in the passage. All right, so let's first explore answer choice C. Paragraph 1 says that the welfare of the society in general is the, quote, supreme consideration of the utilitarian philosopher, not the welfare of a single individual. That's why this is incorrect. Let's see. Now let's find the support for answer choice 1. We also know from paragraph 2 and 3 that utilitarian ethics is not made up of a rigid set of laws that directly determine what is moral. Okay, so answer choice B is wrong as well. Because the utilitarian believes that the truth about any particular issue must be discovered from observation and experimentation, okay? If the ultimate concern of the utilitarian philosopher is to optimize social welfare, then it's logical that the ethics of any given action would depend on whether or not its consequences promote that goal, which is basically being stated in answer choice A. And as for answer choice D, nowhere in the passage does it say that the intent is important to utilitarian ethics, okay? So this is a misstatement, which could sound quite convincing, but it's wrong. So with all this said, that's why the correct answer is answer choice A, depends on the consequences of those actions. statement, utilitarians believe that the five senses give them a reasonably correct and complete account of the world around them is that utilitarians, A, believe in the power of observation, B, do not believe in a greater deity, C, value their health above all else, or D, believe in unlimited human capacity. Definitely press pause if you need to, and I'll give you a moment to think. Open up a second window if you're having difficulty answering, and view the reading of the passage to search for the text support to select the correct answer choice. All right. In this Foundations of Comprehension question, you're being asked to recognize an accurate paraphrase of a particular statement made in the passage, okay? So let's first dissect answer choice A. In paragraph 2, the author writes that, quote, observation, experimentation, and sound generalization are absolutely necessary to the utilitarian. While there is evidence that utilitarians may not believe in a greater deity, this is stated in paragraph 3, this fact is not relevant to the sentence the question is asking about. So answer choice B is wrong, and this is why answer choice A is right based on the quote from paragraph 2, okay? Let's look at some of the others. Health is not raised as an issue in the passage at all, so this is just dead wrong. And in the last sentence, in the second paragraph, it implies that the utilitarian seeks to know through the use of senses, and that this is man's limitation, okay? And so that's why this is wrong, because it says unlimited human capacity. All in all, the correct answer choice is answer choice A, believe in the power of observation.